Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Pyle and today I will be showing you how to swing and hit different types of golf clubs. So in a golf bag you have multiple different clubs being a driver, a wood or hybrid, an iron, a wedge, and a putter. And according to golf.com, you can only have 14 clubs in a bag at one time when playing in a professional tournament or anything that counts for something and not just going out to play for fun. So the first club that you would typically use on a hole would be a driver. And so a driver is good for getting the ball up high into the air and getting it far down the fairway. So in swinging a driver, it's very important to keep your legs shoulder width apart, and when holding a driver, you want to hold it at the edge of the grip. Some people choke down, but I believe it's more important to do this. And whenever you swing it, you want to interlock your pinkies to make sure that there's no swing in your swing, to where your club opens or closes, because that would cause the ball to either slice or hook. So the most important thing that you do when swinging a golf club is keeping your front arm straight. So you get your grip correct, and then you place it down, lined up with your front foot. Keeping that arm straight, you take it back slowly, and then come through. So that again, come through. And so the next thing that you would be able to hit would be a hybrid. So a hybrid is very similar to a driver, but it's also a lot smaller. You would hit a hybrid, say if you're about 200 yards away from the given spot you want to hit. This is just, you want to get it out as far as you can. This, you're trying to hit a certain location. So this is very similar to driver, where you keep your hands at the edge of the club interlocked, but you don't want to put it as far up in your stance. So you would put it about 70% of the way to that front foot. So the same thing, always keeping this arm straight. Take it back slowly and go through. Again, take it back and go through. So when swinging a club, you're not allowed to touch the ball after it's hit. And according to the Golf Association of America, if you do touch a ball before it is hit, there's a one-stroke penalty. So say your ball is in some high grass and it is hard to hit, you would not be able to use a hybrid, you would have to use an iron. There's many different types of irons. You could have between a 9 iron and a 2 iron. So this is a 6 iron, which would be a mid iron. And with a 9 iron, that would send the ball higher but shorter, to where it's only hit about 130 yards. But say if you were to hit a 3 iron, it would go a lot straighter, but it would go close to 200 yards. So depending on how far away is what club you hit. So with this, you want to choke down on it to have the most control with this head. So you want to swing through and make contact with the ball and then the ground. So with this, particularly a 6 iron, you would have it back in your stance closer to your back foot. So the same thing as always, keeping this arm straight. Take it back slowly. Swing. Arm straight, back, swing. So the last club before the putter would be a wedge. There's many different types of wedges as well. This is a 52-degree wedge, but there's also a 48-degree, a 56-degree, and a 60-degree. So with these, a 60-degree is like a 9 iron, where it would send the ball very high and stop at a certain location. With a wedge, you're trying to get it very close onto the green to where you'd be able to putt. So with this, you want the club to be all the way to your back foot, and you want to choke down as far as you can on your grip to make sure you have the most control. So with this, it's very similar to an iron, only it's on the back foot, and it's all in your shoulders. You don't want to go crazy using your legs. It's all in your shoulders. So that would be something you use close to the green. And once you're on the green, you would use your putter. This is a mallet putter, which means that this is a lot bigger. You may have seen a blade putter where it's just a small piece of metal. That's just preference. There's no real difference. So with this, it's a lot different than an iron or a driver, where you want to have a wide base and use your whole body to go through. You use your hips to go through with all the other clubs. With this, it's all your shoulders. You just want to let it dangle, your arms dangle, and sit in between. And you want your feet to be inside of your shoulders. And with this, you keep your arms stiff, and you want to use your shoulders to go back and forth. The reason you want to use your shoulders is because if you're just using your wrist to go forward through it, you have a lot less control with that small part of your body. But if you're using your whole upper half to go through it, it's a lot smoother, and you have a lot more control going through the ball and keeping it straight, because the margins of error when putting are very small. So you want to lower them as much as possible. Use your shoulders and go through. And that is all the different types of clubs that you would be hitting on a golf course. Thank you.